18279 Sumpter. It's hot out here. Too hot. Okay, it's in the back. And here's the deal. So you've got this raised patio they started, but they want to do it in a little bit different of a way. So we're going to disassemble it, probably bring some pallets or something, stack it, whatever. It's like 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably like 200 to 300 blocks there. So, you know, probably need a few pallets or whatever. Probably won't be able to, you might be able to use those cut ones. So, might want to hang on to all the different cut pieces just in case you can use them. And if we need more, I might have to go to Menards and get them. So we want to avoid that because that would be a hassle. And they're like 10 years old, so they might not even have these anymore. I was thinking we could use our cabin stone if we need some. And the reason we might need some is because some of them don't go under the ground like they should. And so we're going to have to add an undercourse. But we're going to pick up a few blocks, and I'll show you why. But basically, he wants the raised patio to finish just under the vent, right there. And you can finish it like an inch under the vent, so that's going to buy you some height to push the wall down. And also we're going to put a bullnose coping on it, charcoal. So that'll push it down another 2 3/8 inches. So if you go an inch below, and it looks like he's even above that. So looks like you can lower what's there about like 4 inches, probably something like that. So these blocks look like they're like 6 inch. So, you know, that'll get a good portion of that underground there. And also, like, we don't have to do the shape. We're just going to do, like, straight out, straight over. You can't make corners with these. So figure out what the perfect turn is. It's usually it makes like a 4-foot radius. But just put them on the ground, see what the perfect turn is. So that way you know where to start it. See how many bricks it takes. Usually it takes like 6 or 7 bricks to do a turn. So you would start like 3 down here and then turn it or whatever. And then figure all that out, and then come straight out and turn it. And he wants it to come out to at least about right here, which is about 11.5 feet. So I'm thinking have it come out 11.5 to 12 feet out this way. And then shoot straight across. Don't worry about this. You're going to shoot straight across. Just build that. And before you build it, we're going to dig all this out. And we're going to replace it with our 6A gravel. And hopefully we got a lot of that. I know we've been using it a lot. If we don't have a lot of it, then just use the rainbow rock. It'll be fine. Or a combination of both. Although, if you do that, you'd have to mix it because you don't want like a bunch of different kind of base, like pocketed in different places. So just try to use one kind of base, whatever it is. Or layer it, you know. You could do the 6A on the bottom. That would probably be the smartest thing. And then some of the rainbow rock base on top of that. And then your chip on top of that. That's probably what I would do. Or hopefully we just have all the 6A we need. It's like 350 square feet. And it's probably like it's pretty high, so 2-3 feet high. 700. So 1, 2, 3. It's probably gonna be 10-15 yards of material, but anyway, whatever. So just shoot it straight across and then straight into the house, and then eliminate all this. And don't worry about the sandstone. But here's where you're gonna pull some extra blocks. He was trying to make steps or whatever. So we're going to pull from this area here for extra blocks. So we'll be able to use these extra blocks, these steps. Do your dig. And he has somewhere he wants you to put it. I think he's got one spot over there that's kind of close, but then he was saying he might want it, but it's farther away, and he's wondering if you're willing to put it there. So You might be able to just pull like a dump truck in here and load up a dump truck, take it and dump it if that's possible, but just figure that out. It might not be. He's not worried about it really. Okay, so 12 foot out, it's 29 feet across, and then 12 foot in. Make sure you're running strings and all that, and make sure you're getting your slope coming this way. You know, when you're doing your retaining wall, make that string slope a quarter bubble this way, and then shoot it across flat, and then a quarter bubble up. So there's that. Fill it up with limestone or rainbow rock, and then chip. And then he wants you to bring some samples of the paver blend you want to use, because it's going to be about 4 pallets. So bring a brick home with you, or take a picture of the brick. I mean, it's got all kinds of colors in it. It's a perfect one to blend. It's got red, beige, gray, and then we're gonna have a black coping. So there's a lot you can do with it, but it's gonna be about 4 pallets, and it's gonna need to be blended. You got the brown house. I mean, it's got everything. So just blend it, and if you do blend it like, have your 4 pallets there, and take 1 row of one pallet, 1 row of another pallet, 1 row of another pallet, 1 row of another pallet, and repeat that process. Otherwise it'll look blotchy, and we don't want it to look blotchy, so don't do that. Now, when you have the whole raised patio built separately, if there are blocks over, actually no, just forget that. What we're going to do is build our normal step system. So in addition to finding pavers that match, you're going to need to find step block that matches, and you're going to put bullnose coping on that too. And what you're going to do is just do about 4 foot wide in about this area, you know, lined up with the sandstone. It's not going to come out as far as the sandstone, but I don't know, you might need a lot of steps because this is pretty tall. If it's 3 feet, you know, you can do 8-inch steps because there's nobody like super old here. 8-inch steps are fine. 8-inch, what's 3 feet? 36, so 8, 16, 24, 32. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. You might need like 3 steps or 4 even. So it might be a lot of brick. But since it's a step, you can get rid of like some of the more brick that we might not be able to do otherwise. So yeah, so we're going to do a step system up front too. And then this area here where the steps don't come out to, we're not doing anything. We're not putting sandstone there or anything. He's going to do that later. When we do a good job, he said we can come back and he's going to tear that down and do a Trex deck. And then we would build steps up to the Trex deck and then put like a seat wall in. So there's potential more work here. Yeah, so pretty straightforward. It's basically a 11.5 by 29 raised patio with 350 square feet of pavers inside, a new base, and a step system. So yeah, all right, have fun.